Hello, and welcome to Dragon Tycoon Edge, the movie. In the movie series, we will be watching one continuous playthrough from the beginning of the game all the way to the end, with no repeats. We're going to be saving as little as possible and only doing installments in the movie series when we make fairly significant milestones in game progress. Part 1 is going to be what I consider the beginning of the game. We're going to take a look at it all back to back so that we can have a better understanding of the context and putting the clues together. It makes a lot more sense when you can see it all at once. Before we get into it, I'll remind you that on the right side of the screen, you're going to be seeing live translations, which are being generated off of the text on screen and also the speech and the voice. These are going to be fairly inaccurate, but they'll at least get the gist of it, so you can see how the current technologies, at least what I'm using, are able to handle. At the bottom of the screen, I'll be adding in my own best guess interpretation. This is me trying to put together, from my multiple attempts at translating things, what I think it means, but I don't claim to be an expert in Japanese, and I also do not claim for any of this information to be accurate. I'm hoping to spark a discussion with people who are more knowledgeable and able to translate better, so that I can actually understand what these things are talking about. Without further ado, please enjoy Dragon Tycoon Edge, the movie.
世界にあまねく存在する女神よ、闇と光を支配する女神よ、我が祈りを聞きたまえ。アレギウスの名においてこの星エッジに宇宙の善なる魂アルムを生み落とされよ。我が身が果てるまでにこの地に生み落とされよ。霧に包まれた人工神アウトニオンの神託がこの星を荒廃へ導こうとしている。あなたの子アルムならばこの星を救えよ。女神よ、我が祈りを聞きたまえ。アルムの魂にこの地の肉体を与え。
エネルギーだぜ。
うっせえ星だ。破滅が近い星は匂いでわかるぜ。
こういう星には決まってお宝が眠ってるってわけだ。へへ、俺たちは宇宙の火事場泥棒ダダとルルや。俺たちは先に行くぜ。おめえもせいぜい頑張りな。
But we begin the game, a soul summoned to this planet and put into this body. We'll go forwards down these stairs.
相手に乗り移っても魔法やアイテムは残っていくぜ。安心して戦いな。お前の魂はバトルに勝つと乗り移るぜ。乗り移りたくないなら適当なところでエスケープしな。
We meet a rock lizard, and he's quite friendly to us, and he'll give us tips, and he kind of acts like the tutorial at the start of the game. We're going to head down here first, because I want to kill this Pyrvin right away. It's important to use only Fireball. There is actually a decent chance that this Pyrvin will kill you. That's why I just want to kill him right now. In the opening cutscene, we saw a couple things that I haven't really talked about yet. And because we're going to be looking through the entire game, I'm going to be trying to get through the gameplay quickly and just talking on top of it as I'm able. Our Pyrvin seems to be just using this defense move. But I'll try to talk about things as they come up as best I can. In the opening video, one thing that happens is a spaceship flies by, and then there's some kind of like floating robot eyeball. And I don't know what that eyeball is. We haven't heard anything about it. Some kind of key in an egg rock. Of course, we know what that's about. We're done in this cave for now, so we'll just turn around and talk to our rock lizard friend again. But given that that flying robot eye is a flying robot eye, you might think that it's maybe a surveillance or a spy drone. Whose spy drone? We're not sure. We'll kill this Dokuru. The space pirates appear in a spaceship as well, and you might think that maybe that's just like a landing craft from that larger spaceship that goes by, and maybe that bigger spaceship is, it belongs to the space pirates. And maybe, sure. Maybe those two things aren't related. We'll have to power up, otherwise we'll just die, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to get as strong as possible to eliminate as much of the guesswork as possible. But if we assume, as we kill this crab, that at the very least, even if that spaceship is the space pirates, it's possible that other people came out of that ship, not just those two characters. Why would they want to be looking around this area? Why are they surveilling this place? At least at this point in the game, we're not sure. The crab gives us a clue about the god statues, but we're not going to be doing that right now. Another thing that I've been wondering is these giant eggs. You know, those eggs over there. Are those, like, actually eggs? First we'll talk to the rock lizard friend. No, we don't want a warrior's herb. Now, I do want the Anima Stone, yes. And we will get the MP Crystal. That just heals a bit of mana. It's a pretty good item. Last time we got the Warrior's Herb, but I think technically the... Oh, we want to make sure we remember to turn around and kill this Dokuru. But I think it's harder to find magic crystals, so I think it's better to take that. We'll kill this Dokuru. But like I was saying about the giant eggs, if we assume that they are actually giant eggs, then what kind of creature would be able to lay such a large egg? Well, maybe they're dragon eggs. That's possible. If we assume that they aren't eggs, and maybe they're just egg-shaped structures, then what are those structures? Could it be that the monks of the temple live in buildings that look like this? Maybe this is just like their home. That's something I'm not sure about. So now that we're this Dokuru, we're going to go over and head down this way.
岩トカゲだよ。バトルで強いボディを手に入れなきゃ北の大陸に行っても死ぬだけだぜ。ただとルルの宇宙船にあったら俺たちよりもっといい情報をくれるかもな。
Our rock lizard friend has some more tips.
怪物がアイテムを持ってることもあるぜ。
Monsters may have items. One of the things that he says is, I'm having a hard time translating. It's like, if we were on Lulu's spaceship, I might give you better information.
あれギウスのやつまた変な野郎を召喚しやがった。
役に立たねえ泥人形だろ。
こんなクソ惑星のために霊になってまでパワー使うなんてな。
俺たちには分からねえぜ。
おい、次はこの島の寺院に行くで。ずいぶんなお宝が眠ってるらしい。
そりゃいい、儲かるぜ。
But the rock lizard says something about a spaceship and information, and I'm starting to think that maybe that character is talking about the space pirates may have more information than they're actually telling us. So what that character says, I'm still not confident on. As we fight this Beervan, I also wonder, what is a Beervan? We've seen things like the crab monster. We've seen things like the monk people and the Dokuru. The Dokuru is obviously like an alien, and a crab monster is an alien too, but it looks like a crab. But the Beervan kind of is a little bit different. If you look at his arms, they're like purplish. We'll need to get inside the temple to be able to find the key in the egg rock, as it says there. But the Beervan, if you look at its arms and legs, it kind of looks like a body with things stuck into it. And so I'm wondering if the Beervan is actually a synthetic life form.
北の大陸に行くなら光る塔に登らなきゃいけないぜ。乗り移った後、相手の貴重な記憶が見れるぜ。一度しか見れないからしっかりメモっときな。ずっと先には重要なアイテムがたくさんあるが、そう簡単には手に入らないぜ。
Again, a rock lizard giving us some very handy advice about how things work, and when you defeat an enemy, you'll see their memories and stuff like that. It's kind of an interesting way to have a tutorial in a game, where it just drops you in the middle of everything without any explanation at all, and then you just kind of come across characters that explain things. We'll use only Fireball again on the cube. Now I hope we don't die. Okay, good. But about the Beervan, I'm wondering if that is actually a synthetic life form, because the monks and the crab and the Dokuru, I could kind of see that being like an actual form of life. You know, it's like a mindless crab or whatever a Dokuru is. But the Beervan, it seems a little different. So now we're going to go and kill a centipede. That's just something I've wondered about. And again, speaking of centipedes, kind of seems like the centipede is an actual creature as well. He's saying something about needing the staff to go to the other continents. But just following the hypothetical about the Pyrvins, if they are not an actual creature, then why are they here? Could maybe they have come off of the spaceship with the space pirates? The temple monks keep talking about, like, they're being attacked, and there's an attack on the temple and stuff. Are the Pyrvin soldiers? These are things that I'm kind of wondering about as we defeat this centipede. The mother centipede has never lost to a monk of the temple. But we're not going to be using the mother centipede right now, because now that we are a normal centipede, we should be strong enough to defeat the monk. This is the area that we were summoned, and again, I'm not sure what the significance of it is, but it definitely looks like it has some kind of significance. It's positioned at the very bottom of the tail of the dragon skeleton. Kind of, but not really. Here's the monk. Yeah, there's some kind of plan to separate the island. He's just using some heal, so that's no big deal. After we defeat this monk, which the centipede shouldn't have any trouble doing that, we're going to go over and use the gravity ring right away and fight the clone. And the clone is the next source of major mysteries from me. Just use a normal attack. For some reason I thought he was like almost dead there. It's not. I'll just use normal attack again. The centipede is strong against the monk, so just keep hitting him till he's dead. No point wasting mana when you just need to whittle him down. In this movie playthrough, we're going to be trying to use like as few items as possible. Ideally, in this opening area, we won't use any items. There's a ghost who curses the temple monks. And we get the gravity ring. Awesome. We're gonna head back to the clone. So at this point, all of the enemies in the direction that we are right now have been defeated. Over to the right, all the enemies have been cleared out along the path to the mother centipede. And on the left, all of the enemies have been defeated, except for the Queen Q. So that's all prepared for us. We're gonna head down here and fight the clone. So, the clone... I have a couple ways that I could maybe think about the clone, but one thing that I'm thinking is, it isn't a specific character, it is a clone, and there are many clones. like unlike some of the other characters we might come across where it's a specific person. And again, why would a clone be here? Why is there a clone just walking around? Now, from the way the clone behaves, he just says, what you know, I know, and your power is my power, and then he just transforms into whatever he sees. When he speaks, he kind of sounds like a robot, kinda. And I kinda wonder if the clone is another synthetic life form, and maybe it's a weapon of war. The clone has been sent here, and his job, as just like basically a robot, was to be a doppelganger of the monks, infiltrate, and then disrupt them like that. But he'll transform into anything, so I don't think he actually has any intelligence, and that's what makes me think he's some kind of robot synthetic life form. Another way you could think about it is he is a unique person, and it's just unclear as why he's here. It's possible too. So here we can use the clone capsule to impersonate a monk. The clone capsule is also kind of a question. Because again, why would he have the clone capsule if he could just... like, his power is to transform into things. So he must have had the clone capsule in advance.
お、またあったな。
お前もう寺院に入ったのか。
ちくしょう。でも光る塔には俺たちが先に登るぜ。
しかしな、光る苔を探さなきゃあの塔には登れねえんだぜ。
だからそんなことしゃべるな。こいつにまた先越されるじゃねえか。
They're talking about not being able to get into the... And we'll just check out the stats of the clone, so we can see that up there. We also take a look at what items we have so far, and what spells we have. Here's a Dokuru. But for the clone, if he came here and he already had the clone capsule, and the clone capsule turns you into specifically a monk, then you could maybe think that he was sent here specifically to turn into a monk. And the fact he can turn into other things is bonus. So I'm starting to lean in that direction. And again, as to why is he here? I think that spaceship at the beginning of the game is actually pretty significant. This banana, I don't remember the significance of it all, so we're just going to leave it. Some of the characters in the area that we're in right now will say things along the lines of like, the Empire has figured out our plans and they're trying to stop the separation of the island. Maybe all of this is actually happening really quick, and that spaceship came, a bunch of mercenaries jump out, a bunch of soldiers, a bunch of synthetic life jumps out and attacks the island. And when these characters are saying, oh, the Empire has trying to stop us or whatever, they're talking about, like, this is happening right now. The monk with the stick is at the bottom of the stairs because he's actively defending people coming in. This floating monk is here because he's actively defending their gravity technology. This isn't, like, them talking about stuff that's happened before or has been going on. They're talking about stuff that's happening, like, right now, and that's why the clone is there, and that's why the Purvin are there, and that's why the upcoming biker are there. This is the one part where we have to use an item. We can keep it for later. We'll turn into the monk.
霧の帝国が我々の計画に感づいたようだ。大陸と島をつなぐ橋を落とすのだ。
This guy is the one who says the Empire sensed our plans. We'll just be clearing out this entire section before the biker so we can come back later. But if the Empire is attacking this island and it's all going down right now, then maybe the character who summoned us at the beginning was actually summoning us as a direct retaliation to stop the Empire. And so again, there's some kind of, or maybe it's just the way that I took it, in my own interpretation, but I kind of felt like because this is space and there's a giant dead dragon, and you know, this all probably took a long time, and this is like ancient stuff, but if you try to look at it from a frame of mind where you are summoned into existence because basically the stuff just hit the fan right now and they need a hero, and they summon a hero because they need it right now. It's all happening right now. I don't know if the game does a great job conveying that, if that is the case, but when you play this game for as long as I have, and you start letting your imagination run wild, you can think about how the game could be in different ways, and that's kind of fun. So I'd love to hear your interpretations as well, as we destroy another centipede on our way to the glowing tower. The floating monk, so far in the main series, is the only enemy we haven't defeated, who we've seen.
あなたにとって最初の試練になるかもしれません。気をつけて。
There are fairies telling us it's almost our first test, but there's still a queue. And we'll just come with Fireball. The floating monk, we haven't defeated, but you could basically consider him to be invincible. You are able to defeat him, but you really have to go out of your way and like do it on purpose, like super optimally, and you have to get really lucky because he has a move. And watch the spaceship. That's the spaceship from the beginning, so now it's flying away. So I took that as the space pirates leaving, but now I'm not entirely sure. But basically, long story short, it's not worth fighting. We're not going to be fighting him in the movie. We will take a look at that in another video, but honestly, it's not worth it. You don't get anything at all. Now that we're the Cume, and we've defeated everything along that path, we will go back and kill the last remaining centipede. And we will use that to fight the Queen Cume. And we'll continue on from there. I'll use Fireball. Now the centipedes, I don't think there's really too many mysteries going on with them. I think they're just like a normal form of life. Especially as we're moving more forward in the game. The question of what is this character is gonna be a little bit harder to answer. We've already seen like bat monster characters. The aliens themselves are kind of weird. The clone, the biker, and it's not going to get less weird. This giant dragon, he's a skeleton. I thought actually, oh wait, what? Didn't we? Oh, have I? Okay, well, let's get to it. I guess I forgot to clear out this area. Oh, Oh, and we are the centipede right now. Okay, we're doing some on-the-fly rerouting. I thought we killed the crab up here. Didn't we kill this crab? No. Okay, that's fine. So that should mean there's a Pyrvin and a Cume, but we need... Or the Cume can't fight the Queen Cume, so... Okay. So we'll kill the Cume next, then the Pyrvin, and then we're gonna have to hope that we can kill the Queen Cume with a Pyrvin. I had intended to do that with a centipede, and I think in the normal videos we did that with the monk. So we were already kind of cutting it thin. Fairy friends back.
私はファリーナ、この星の妖精です。ある善なる魂よ。この世界を救うべく運命づけられた5つの魂を探しなさい。その5つの魂へは光の塔にある魂のジャイロが導いてくれるはずです。
It's kind of odd seeing her in this order, but I thought we already did this part, so that's my bad. I'll have to fight the Cume first. Are we a crab right now? I think I'm a crab right now. We need to save the magic. The crab only has like 14 mana, so we might only be able to use the Cume magic once. Oh, okay, now we got it. Oh yeah, we're totally strong. Yeah, the crab killed the centipede earlier. Yeah, we'll check out what level we are after this. I'm just scared, because at the beginning of the game, you will die if you make a mistake. And, you know, we'll see. We're up to level 3 now. Awesome. We'll hit him with some magic. But otherwise, the characters and mysteries in this area... Of course, there's like the mystery of what's happening when we get to the end of this, but we'll talk about that when we're there. With the Queen Cume, again, I feel like these are just natural beings, but I guess one thing I have thought, and wish us luck as we fight Queen Cume, is something that isn't super good. 22 HP. But the Cume kind of look like maggots. Or at least to me, maybe they're like worms or... Oh, I think we're totally dead. Okay. Maybe we can use the Mana Stone. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm holding my breath. Okay. Queen Cume killed, all according to plan. Definitely still on the route. We didn't fall off the route, don't worry about it. That was a pretty great translation if you caught that for a moment. There's some kind of sword in the dragon's skull. It's kind of hard to see from here. I'm not sure if I've said this before, but you can't really see that there's the dragon's head out there. Later we might get a better view at it. The dragon's head is there, I think, so maybe later we'll be able to get over there. Currently we can't, and the Queen Cume doesn't know how, so... Now that we are Queen Cume, you can check that out. You can see the Queen Cume only has 20 mana, which isn't great. But at least we should be able to defeat the Mother Centipede. If you aren't the Queen Cume and you fight the Mother Centipede, you'll probably die. I can't even remember if I've beaten it when I wasn't the Mother Centipede. Maybe you could beat it as the clone, maybe. But remember, the Centipede is strong against the monks, so... Yeah, we don't like that. We're going to use MP Cumer, because if he uses the MP Cumer, and then we use MP Cumer, we should actually come out ahead. So that every time he does that, that's actually good for us. And now he hits us with the lightning, so we can change back into using the HP Cumer. And it's just a giant worm fighting a giant centipede. Let's just kill him. I think we have enough. Sometimes you'll get really unlucky with the enemies, and they will just use their good attack over and over and over, and they won't use anything other than their strongest move. When that happens, sometimes it'll just kill you, and the amount of damage enemies can do when they're lucky is always surprising, and not in a good way. If you look at the picture clue there, it might be a little bit recognizable now. We'll see that area later. And it says that from on top of a cape you can see a good view of the continent. Once we're up there, we'll take a look at the dragon skeleton again. So now, in this area, we have defeated all of the enemies. Across the way where the Queen Cume is, we have defeated all of the enemies, for sure this time. In this direction, we have defeated all of the enemies, except we have not gone into the temple yet. And so that's what we're going to be doing now. Centipede's getting its steps in. Just kind of funny to think about with the centipede. What would that even count? Would every step be 100 steps, or would 100 steps just be one step? And would I have to wear like a Fitbit on every single leg? Anyway, these are the thoughts you'll have when you play Dragon Tycoon Edge. We solved the puzzle of the god statues once again. And now we've led into the temple. We'll ignore the ghost. The spires on the left and the right, what are those about? I don't remember. It just takes your mana? Is this one? It just takes a bit of your mana. I don't know, I don't remember what that's all about. So that's another mystery from this area. Get a save crystal here. Over here. Egg. And over here we have some scripture from the temple of these monks.
この世界で生きたいならば戒めを守らねばならない。はじめに創造主の記憶ありき。与えられた記憶を超えて世界を知ろうとするべからず。時間は創造主の賜物と心得るべし。時間を暴くべからず。
Alright. Something about the creator, something about time, memories. Learning a little bit about their beliefs on this continent. I do like the little song that it plays. We get the Requiem Stone, which we need to defeat the ghost. And over on this side, we can hear another little song. Other than playing music, I don't know if these have any other significance, and I still don't know if they're related to the spires outside or not. From this one, you receive a Spirit Stone, which is a full health, full mana recovery, and it's a very powerful item. Now that we've looted the temple, it's time to kill the temple leader, of course. Here we find Gomelm. Didn't pick up very well there, but he's saying something about, like, he's gonna defeat you for breaking into the temple. We'll hit him with lightning. I do hope the best guess translations are useful, because I also, as a part of this video series, want to show off that it is possible to play this game even if you have no idea what you're doing. I think I'm doing a great job of showcasing the fact that I don't know what I'm doing at all. And when you're wanting to play a game that you're interested in, but you're being you're shying away from it because there's some kind of barrier of entry, something that you think is just going to be way too hard to overcome. I just want to show that you can do it, and if you think about using some technologies and stuff, then you can get by pretty well. He is really scaring me. He has a move that does a lot of damage. It's that move. If he does that move again, I think it will kill us. Oh, but I want all the items. I want all the items. Do I want all... I want all the items, the beautiful items. Oh no, it totally will kill us. Oh! Okay, we're all in now, right? But should we use the lightning? Will the lightning do enough damage? Oh... Okay. We have not saved, so if we die, we have to go to the very beginning of the game again and do it all again without dying before this, which honestly is... So we've gotten everything from the temple. We have all the items. We're going to use an item now, because we have to fight the ghost.
貴様私に毒を持った男だな。恨み晴らさでおくべきか。邪悪な霊よ、私に力を与えてくれ。
Yeah, we're not going to mess around. Just going to kill him with the Requiem Stone right away. If you give him one turn, he might kill you, even if you're Gomelm. We are now completely done with the temple. Completely done with this egg. Oh no. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get the Elysius key. Because now, as Gomelm, we're going to fight Elysius, because we need to... So we need to wrap this part up before we leave the island. This is the door that we saw at the beginning of the game, so we will use our shiny new key of Elysius on it. And what's in here? Inside of the tomb of Elysius, but a coffin, which will open.
よく尋ねてこられた。姿は変わってもわしにはわかる。帝国に立ち向かう勇敢な戦士よ、その実力を見せてくだされ。いざ。
Some of my on-screen translators were not doing super well, maybe because of the length of this, so I reset it, but it still doesn't seem to be picking up that up very well. We're going to start off with a single high-strength magic move, and this fight is going to take a little while, so we'll talk about some things while we're doing it, because in this fight, we're going to have to manage our health, we're going to have to manage our magic, we're going to have to manage our opponent's health, because we need to defeat Elysius. The first time we fight him, we have to win. And then the second time we fight him, we have to lose. And ideally, we want to finish the second fight with full mana, so that we can use as little items as possible in the upcoming segment. So we need to drain mana as he kills us, because we can actually finish the first fight with very little health left. And this move does a lot of damage. And so now maybe we'll switch over to some Humor. But the reason we want to do that is so that we can finish the battle with high mana, because this move here that I have highlighted that we got from the monk at the beginning, we haven't really been using it, and that's because I don't think it's very good inside of battle, but I do think it's quite good in or you can use it outside of battle, so that ends up being pretty powerful. That's one of the reasons why at the beginning when we took the mana rock instead of the warrior's herb, I did that, because you can kind of use the mana rock to get mana, and then you can use that healing ability to heal. And we didn't really finish that with a lot, but we get the Elysius's cape there. He's wanting us to show him our ability, and I was really hoping to have more mana. I thought maybe there would be somebody do it, but because you do have to defeat him in the first battle, and he has so much HP. It's kind of tough.
この世界にはまだ不慣れのようじゃな。旅を続けるにはこの世界の武器と防具が必要じゃな。戦士よ、アレギウスの杖を信ぜよ。
He's saying we need some weapons if we're going to continue in this world. And after he defeats us, we have the Staff of Elysius and the Cape of Elysius at the bottom there. And we have 17 mana and 5 HP, which isn't very good. The only enemies we have left to defeat in this area, as now we've cleared out the temple and the Tomb of Elysius, there's nothing more this way towards the Queen Cume. The only thing over there we're not sure about is the clue about the sword in the skull of the dragon. We can't do that right now because there's no way to get there. This direction, there was that bat monster that said we needed the staff to get to the next continent, but other than that, there's nothing over there at all. This way, there were the 2 spires by the temple, and also the ghost, who we didn't really talk much about, but it seems like the ghost is just there, and he doesn't have a lot of significance, but I'm not able to tell too much about what the ghost is actually about. There's this banana as a final mystery, and now that we're Gaul Elm, the floating monk will be our friend. So I probably could have did the Elysius fight better. It's just really hard when you only have, or like, you know, if we saved right before that fight and then did it, you know, we could keep doing it until we did it perfectly, but because we're doing it all in one save file, and he's like the last enemy we fight pretty much, we're gonna go to the bottom and use this magic move. It's pretty uncommon to use magic outside of battle, but this one in particular, remember how much health Gaul Elm has? Actually, we can take a look. We have 34 right now, and 13 mana. If we use the restore move, we have 63 and 9 mana. So, you know, that's actually not very much mana used, considering how much HP we get back. And we got the mana rock at the beginning, so I am hoping the only item we have to use is that mana rock. That's how much mana we have. We have 29. Only the biker stands in our way.
Hey, どこへ行ってだ? 今日の番人、ボルゴス様の目を盗めると思ってるのか?
Maybe he's saying something about his dog has gone stray. Have you seen my dog? That's definitely what he's saying. We'll do the triple attack, because we know it's our most powerful move. He'll use his kick attack, which is one of his most powerful moves. And we'll just keep using the triple attack. So this character that I'm calling the biker, he has a dog who might be better translated to Venom. Why is he here? Why is he standing in front of this gate? Well, I think that maybe he got off that spaceship at the beginning and he's one of the Empire's mercenaries or something like that. He doesn't seem to be related to the monks at all, and so he seems to be an enemy to them, and because he fights Gaul Elm, you could assume that he is definitely not a friend of the monks. We heard the clue that we need the glowing moss to get up the temple, or the tower, so we'll do that. And here is that better vantage point that the Mother Centipede talks about, and over there it's hard to see, but I think that is the skull of the dragon's head. We'll make our way up the glowing tower, which we've tried so hard to get to. So far, it's our ultimate objective. There's more of the world. At the top, a hole. I just want to check our items before we use it. And then we'll use it.
カウントダウンが始まったわ。早くこの島から逃げて。
Our fairy friend mentions a countdown, and a new graphic is added to the top of the screen. I just want to look at our items again. No, okay. I thought maybe... Actually, wait, did we lose the glowing? Did we use anything? Yeah, we don't have the glowing moss anymore. You see that? So I think we put the glowing moss into that recession. Oh, dog, why do you have to bark like that? We will hit him with the magic move. Oh, the dog is really giving it to us, giving it to our ears. Dog, please. He's gone rabid, obviously. He's attacking his own master. We get a clue from him that we need to gather the 5 souls of time, water, wind, fire, and something else. And now we are a dog. We'll continue over this way, running down. If you remember the clue from the mother centipede, this is like the picture clue there. And so before we leave the continent, as the timer counts down, we'll just take one look back and think about our adventures so far. And then we'll get out of here. We have arrived at a new continent. What is this place? Well, if we turn around...
アルムよ、アルムよ。これ以上戻ってはいけない。シェンババたちが島を切り離し始めた。もう戻る時間はないのだ。お前はシェンババたちに見つからない手段でもう一度だけ白トカゲ島に戻らねばならぬだろう。その時まで私は天界からこの島を守り続けるつもりだ。
So our friend Alexius gives us some tips as we're in a new place. He says that we can't go back, and he's right. So there's no way to return to the initial continent, but you can still see it's over there. It hasn't been destroyed or anything like that. It's just that it has been severed from the rest of the continents. Alexius says that maybe there's another way to get there, but at least for now, we are stuck in a new place. This is going to be the end of part 1 of the Dragon Tycoon Edge movie. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll continue on in part 2. See you then.